just can't forget to like scroll forward to my videos and stuff. So,
okay.
where would I see it at? I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, now it's at the top.
Oh.
It wasn't like that the last time I tried to do it. Nice. Okay.
I think it helps whenever I share it here too.
I was thinking about that earlier, if I should share the YouTube one into somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
To do that
I
too.
think so. I'm about to share it on my page.
I need to add Insta in too so we can go live on there.
Yeah, I wonder how that would be.
Okay, so we're live on YT and Facebook. Now I can open this.
Yeah.
Alright. It's gonna be SuperFan only, right?
Let's see. Should be, but double check.
I feel like I need to double check it.
Way to go. Yep.
Okay. Go live. Oh.
Sweet. Does it matter that this one's the we just on that one?
I think it's
Don't matter.
fine if they're both on.
Okay.
I don't really know. I always forget where the share button is on here.
You can actually send it out to everybody, can't you?
Yeah.
Because they can preview.
I can.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah. I think they can also chat while they're previewing.
Oh my gosh, what a username.
I don't know who I'm clicking. I'm just clicking.
No, it was somebody that popped in the chat.
Oh. Like, I'm just clicking names on here.
Until it tells me to stop.
Who was that?
You. Oh, hi Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
How are you?
All right. So I'm going to put comments over here, and I will put, where did my script go? Oh. Is that big enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at the name it gave it.
Wow.
It's good, right?
Was it actually though? Like, I don't even know where she was actually like hit though.
Head and chest, but it's not saying like closed funeral. It's just saying like
that's
coffin,
sad.
like coffin closed. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Kayla.
What up, Kayla? Look, Kayla. I'm representing Vegas.
Oh, we were looking at Airbnbs in Vegas yesterday.
What up?
So I wanted to start, like, before we say anything at all, with the audio.
Yeah, I miss you, Kayla. Even though you didn't hang out with us.
No, like, we were looking at rentals. That's what I meant to say. It's too hot there, Kayla. And Madison has pots, so I don't know how that works. I don't know. Don't say that. So we're going to be doing Ashley Okland tonight. We have a really good episode.
Debbie
planned.
became a super fan.
Okay, Debbie.
Aww. You was
Heck
almost
yeah.
the best part of my day.
To be determined. Don't say it yet. Debbie became a super fan? What? Also, from our last live, Kayla, you are not the top fan anymore. Somebody liked the live more than you.
Oh my god.
Kayla's been the running top fan for like ever.
Since the jump.
And somebody knocked you off your seat on
Did.
Monday.
You'll never guess who.
You got knocked out of your seat.
Yep.
I was looking at it before we got on here because it tells you like the top ones or whatever. And Voices for Victims interacted with the live more than you on Monday. She kicked you out of your top fan seat. That just means you have to tap. She said bye.
She said bye.
That means you gotta tap and you gotta comment and you have to do all the things.
Bro, that was funny.
But yeah, we are excited to do Ashley Okland tonight and get it posted because we found some really good information. We actually had some tips come in last night, which was really cool. We always get really excited when people send us tips and things, so. But
it actually was pretty cool that they did send in some tips last night. Like, I was like, wait, what? They saw the video that I made about it like a long time ago, like last year, and I was like, no, what? So, Jeanette's watching our Facebook.
Hey, Jeanette.
Oh, Jeanette.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. Jeanette, you better let me know when you're coming to Colorado next. I miss your face.
It's actually great weather, so it's a perfect time to come.
Speaking of Jeanette, this is the case we're working on now. I was thinking about us because this case is about a realtor that actually was she was killed like in Iowa in 2011 while she was at an open house in basically kind of like our D.R. Horton like townhouses, kind of like that. And she was at an open house like in their model home. Like, what? And then this case went unsolved. They had no idea who did it for like 15 years, and then yesterday they just made an arrest. So that's what we're covering now. But like, yeah, I thought about us. I was like, ain't no way in hell somebody from D.R. Horton done popped my ass. I would I know how to knock them things down.
I can't imagine after 15 years how the family must be feeling. Like,
yeah,
mixed emotions for sure.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Crazy, Jeanette. It was a lady that did it. I think she actually.
Yeah, that's even crazier. Like, it's usually not a woman.
I thought it was gonna be like somebody like that knew her. Like, and usually normally it's not a woman going out like that. But
that's not.
It was very interesting though. Like, they arrested a woman. And I think she worked for the builder. It was something similar to D.R. Horton is what it reminded me of. But she worked for that builder. And apparently, like, some other stuff went down. But they haven't came out with it exactly. Yeah, it was a lady. She's 53 now. And they went to her house yesterday and arrested her. Crazy. The evidence was so strong that the grand jury indicted her. So
they were searching her yard with metal detectors. Today.
They're like, where'd you put it? Which is crazy. They shouldn't have went that long without having a freaking lead. That's crazy. I miss your face too, Jeanette. You gotta let me know when you when you come back to Colorado.
Whenever you're ready, I will play the video, and then when the video is done, we can start reading. Okay. Which is actually good because it's like a recap video of the case.
Yeah.
So it's good for everybody that doesn't know the case. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I remember this case. Like, I'm just happy that somebody got arrested for this case because I remember this case. I covered it last year, and all I could think about is from her perspective. Exactly, Jeanette. That's why she got that pew pew. You gotta be ready.
I would too. I think it actually like changed. I mean, you guys probably know better than I do, but I think it changed the way that realtors were doing things at the time because it was like, hello, this can happen. Like, that's scary.
Matter of fact, me and Jeanette actually, our team actually had some people come in and talk to us about that, how to like stay safe and like self-defense and stuff like that.
Did you look around Mount Charleston? No, but oh my God, Kayla, I forgot there's a mountain there. I forgot that was there because there's like there's like cabins up there.
Where?
Right outside of Vegas.
Oh.
Right outside of Vegas. I forgot because I saw it whenever we were looking. When I was looking for a hotel to stay whenever we came through. I completely forgot. Yes, I will go back and look again. All right, are you ready for me to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to play the recap video of the case. It's only like 2 minutes long. And then whenever the video's done, we'll start. Kayla said yes, go. When the video's done, we'll start going through the script. If you're new here or if you're previewing, we have lives with our SuperFans on Wednesdays where we record our podcast. And there's lots of bloopers and things, and you guys get to see the behind the scenes of how long it takes us to actually get it done. And then we edit it and we post it on Spotify tonight, and you get the edited version later. So that is what we're doing, and the case is Ashley Okland. I think I have to click it on.
Are continuing to follow breaking news out of West Des Moines this evening. Investigators have made an arrest in the murder of Ashley Okland. It's a big day. It's a case that has haunted police and the community for nearly 15 years. Police say 53-year-old Kristen Ramsey is charged with first-degree murder in Ashley Okland's death. She was indicted by a grand jury. This was a look at the home registered to Ramsey in the town of Woodward. This afternoon, KCCI was the only camera there to see police and crime scene vehicles comb the property. We saw a West Des Moines canine unit, crime scene investigators, and officers with metal detectors. The 27-year-old was in the prime of her career as a realtor when she was killed. Police found her body in the afternoon of April 8th, 2011. She was shot to death in a model townhome where she was holding an open house. Even though the crime happened in the middle of the day, the case went unsolved for years. 1 year ago, Ashley's brother, Josh Okland, told KCCI the Iowa Attorney General's cold case unit was reviewing the case and assisting West Des Moines police.
That, makes you feel good that there's hope that this thing is moving in the right direction.
And as we said, 15 years, this is a case that you and I both personally covered the day that it happened. We were both on the scene. Yeah, we were young reporters at the time, just starting our careers, and I remember vividly thinking, this is so bizarre. It was something that was so captivating for everyone in Central Iowa. There was just such a big mystery surrounding this. Yeah, it made a lot of people afraid. It changed how realtors did their work. It changed how young women went out in broad daylight by themselves. I know the Okland family has been waiting for an arrest for 15 years, nearly 15 years. The anniversary is in 3 weeks, and every single year I talk to Ashley's brother Josh, and every year we end the interview kind of saying, maybe next year when I call you, there'll be justice, or there'll be an arrest, or there'll be closure, and he always says, I hope next year. And this is the year that I got to call him. So it's been an emotional day for a lot of people in the newsroom and for so many in this community. We do know tomorrow morning the West Des Moines Police Department is scheduled to have a press conference at 9 a.m. We will bring you those updates when we have them.
Imagine being able to build an app.
Imagine.
Imagine. All right, let me pull the script back up. I think it's me first. Oh, it's music. Are you ready?
Ready, let's go. Wait, I don't want the chairs to make that funny.
No, it keeps squeaking.
That's gonna sound really weird.
Okay, are you ready now? Imagine it's April 8th, 2011. A a crisp spring day in West Des Moines, Iowa. The sun is shining on brand new townhomes in a development called Stone Creek. There's a model home at 558 Stone Creek Court. Fresh paint, staged furniture, the kind of place that makes you dream about your future. A 27-year-old realtor named Ashley is inside. She's smiling, energetic. She's holding an open house. Anyone could walk in. That's the point. Then, a Rotland Homes employee hears something off. She steps inside, and what she finds stops her cold. Huh?
Is our volume good, you think?
Yeah, it does that every time. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm not very loud.
Leave it to my big mouth.
No.
2 gunshots. 2 gunshots.
No, don't do that.
Bow, bow.
Don't say it a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Let me get in the mood that needs me to be in. Wait, why does it say that?
What? Because that's what it's called.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, what you mean round? Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. 2 gunshot wounds. 1 to the chest, 1 to the head. Blood on the floor. No robbery. Just gone. In the middle of the afternoon. In a place that was supposed to be safe.
Paramedics rush her to Iowa Methodist. Her family gets the call no one ever wants. And the question that haunts every single person who loved her and every realtor who heard the news. Who walks into an open house in broad daylight and does this? I was about to do that, but I didn't. Welcome back to Red Flags and Body Bags. I'm Dana.
And I'm Chloe. And today, we're going deep on a case that changed the way every realtor in America thinks about their job. A case that stayed cold for almost 15 years until yesterday.
This one has been a mystery to so many people for so long, and we finally have some answers. Let's get into it. Insert this ad here.
I was like,
So do you want me to scroll down like when you read, like when you get to the bottom?
yeah, you can. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to read this. First off, it's red. Second off, it's a lot.
Right, Kayla? 15
Yeah.
years. She got away with it for 15 years.
Then boom, you go to jail. For real. On a random Tuesday. Red Flags and Body Bags isn't just a podcast. We're advocates. We're survivors. And our goal is to use the education experience we have compiled to make a difference. We don't just tell these stories. We focus on the warning signs, the patterns, and the moments that are often so...
You were doing so good.
Oh my god.
You were doing so good.
Okay. And the moments that are so often missed. Our goal is to keep these conversations victim-centered while helping people recognize what these situations can look like in real life. Outside of our podcast, we assist with search and rescue, educate on trauma-informed practices, educate survivors on the science of trauma, work with families on investigations, provide victim resources, work with nonprofits, provide victim advocacy, and so much more. If you want to learn more about us, what we do, or be a part of the conversation, our website is linked in the show notes.
Oh, that sounded good.
Ooh.
That was good.
That was good.
So should I play that recording? I don't think I should play the recording of the press conference here since I just played that. And
Oh, okay.
I think I should just hit start and then play it later. Okay. Okay. Ashley Okland was 27, a rising star with Iowa Realty. A sister, a daughter, a mentor, the kind of person who made everyone around her believe in goodness. And on April 8th, 2011, someone walked into her open house and took all of that away.
What makes the story so terrifying is that it could have been any realtor, any open house, any Friday afternoon. No forced entry. Just struggle that the neighbors heard. Just kidding. Okay, I'm ready.
She just made up a line. She just went rogue.
I literally will make up my own stuff. My brain gets going, I'm like, and off with my story.
By the way.
I'm gonna be over here talking about a story. Okay. Let me just redo it all. Okay?
That's probably easier for editing anyway.
Yeah. What makes this story so terrifying is that it could have been any realtor, any open house, any Friday afternoon. No forced entry. No struggle. No.
That was right.
That was right.
As
soon as I said
you
no,
said
I was
no. That was right.
Kayla, is that video I sent you today? That girl.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna start screaming in this closet now. Okay. Here we go. From the top. Here we go. What makes this story so terrifying is that it could have been any realtor, any open house, any Friday afternoon. No forced entry, no struggle that the neighbors heard. Just pop, pop, and silence. I was a realtor back in Florida for a while, and I remember conversations we would have around this type of thing and the actual fear that I had. I literally was about to say that. And I was about to say it loud because in caps, and I'm like,
I was trying to tell you, but I forgot, and then I couldn't, like, it was too late because you were already talking. I didn't want to mess you up. But I just put that because, like, you probably do have your own personal, like, thing to say there, and I didn't want to say it for you. So I was just like, you can say it. But you don't have to.
I do remember when I was a realtor. We did have self-defense class, and it was a big deal because we are people that are in strange places at any neighborhood, any side of town. We're there doing open houses by ourselves, and anybody can come in there. So I do remember being in some sketchy areas and thinking, but also I could imagine too, because I've been in some really nice areas, and that's kind of seems like where this took place. Didn't seem like it was a bad area.
It was a nice, like, quiet area.
Yeah, like a new development type of thing. Yeah.
This case sent shockwaves through the entire real estate community in Iowa and honestly across the country. Realtors started changing how they do business overnight. And for 15 years, Ashley's family lived in this agonizing limbo. Thousands of leads, hundreds of interviews, and nothing. Until March 17th, 2026, just yesterday, when 53-year-old Kristen Elizabeth Ramsey was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. And she's now 53, so at the time she would have been 38.
We're not here.
Did it sound weird? I don't
What?
like how I said that.
Like what?
What I said about her being 53. Or did it sound fine?
Well, you said just yesterday, so what you could do, you said just yesterday when 53-year-old, she was arrested. I think it sounds weird because you said it then. You said now she's 53. You could say,
And she's 53 at the time of her arrest.
yeah, you could say, right, you could probably take that part out.
Or I'm based on her age now.
Yeah,
Or just take that out altogether.
just yesterday. I would take this part out.
Okay.
Say her name, and then you can say whatever you want to say there about her age now, and then jump into that.
Okay. Until March 17th, 2026, just yesterday, when Kristen Elizabeth Ramsey was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. And she's 53 now, so she would have been 38 when this happened.
We're not here to celebrate an arrest and move on. We're here to sit with the red flags that were missed. The psychology of betrayal when it comes from inside the industry that you trust. And what this means for every single person who walks into a stranger's house for a living.
Kayla said, imagine making it to 53 and bye.
Bye-bye. For real, bro. That's crazy. Imagine walking around that town, like, you're not paranoid? That somebody knows you did that? Like, where's your conscience?
That's what somebody said earlier on Reddit. They said, I can't believe she didn't leave the country. I can't believe that she just, like, hung out. Just stayed.
Yeah.
Crazy. Ready?
Yeah.
Grab your coffee or whatever What?
Fruit?
What?
Whatever, truth.
Whatever
She was
truth
gonna
you
say
like.
fruit. She was gonna say true fruit.
Grab your coffee or whatever your true crime drink of choice is. This one's heavy. I have my Dr. Pepper Zero. And Chloe also has a Dr. Pepper Zero. I wasn't supposed to say that part. You were supposed to say that part. Let's start over. One day we're going to get past this part and get to the actual story. Okay, here we go. Grab your coffee or whatever your true crime drink of choice is. This one's heavy. I have my Dr. Pepper Zero.
And I also have my Dr. Pepper Zero.
But we're doing it the way that we always... Why does it sound weird?
I think you're making it up.
It shouldn't be but, it should be and.
It should always be but. I'm just kidding.
And we're doing it the way... You were laughing. And we're doing it the way we always do. With respect, with facts, and with the survivor lens front and center. Let's humanize Ashley first.
Ashley was born December 30th, 1983, in Imes,
I think
Iowa.
it's Ames.
Are you sure? Because I've heard him on the press conference talking about Imes.
Oh.
But I don't know.
I could be wrong.
Let me double check.
I would say Ames, but that
I mean, it
could
does
be
look
my
like Ames.
accent. That could be my accent also. Is it Ames or Imes? Help. Send help. AMES. Ames or Imes.
Yeah. She said, like you said it.
Ames?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Okay. Then what was I thinking about?
Imes the detective on
Oh my god. Okay. Ashley was born December 30th, 1983 in Imes, Iowa.
Ames.
Oh my god. I think I know why. Because I'm trying to say Iowa behind it.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm like, Imes, Iowa.
It's like the dog food, Imes. I-A-M.
Imes.
Ames.
Yeah, I know. Cat food, probably.
That's what I said.
Okay, I got this, y'all, for real. Kayla, stop distracting me. Okay. Ashley was born December 30th, 1983, in Ames, Iowa, and grew up in Huxley. She was the big sister everyone looked up to. Sports, dance, 4-H, piano. She did it all. She went to Ballard High School, then Iowa State University, and graduated in 2006.
Her dad, Tim, always said she was passionate about helping kids. She volunteered with Young Variety and Big Brothers Big Sisters. That wasn't just like a line on a resume. It was who she was. It was something that she truly enjoyed doing.
She started real estate in 2007, and by 2010, she was with Iowa Realty and absolutely killing it. So much so that the day before she died, April 7th, 2011, she spent 4 straight hours at a Panera in Ankeny training her little brother Josh, making pamphlets, teaching him the ropes. Josh told reporters later, her career was booming. I will never forget that day.
No apparent red flags in her life. No enemies. No one she was afraid of. And she and Josh were super close. He said if something was wrong, she would have told him, especially on April 8th when they spent so much time together going over the ropes of real estate. She was just happy and positive. The kind of role model that you don't forget.
Is that Ewing?
I think it's Ewing. Or Ewing. Ewing.
Ewing.
Like earring, but with a W.
Okay. Voice catching a little.
Hmm?
Voice catching a little.
Catching?
Yeah. That's what it says.
Ewing? Oh, got it.
And her legacy? There's a playground at Ewing Park in Des Moines. The Ashley Okland Variety Star Playground. Is that right? Variety Star?
Mm-hmm.
It's fully inclusive and accessible for kids with special needs. It was Iowa's first all-inclusive accessible playground, designed so children of every ability, including those with cognitive and physical disabilities, could play together without anyone being left out. Her friend Susan Hatton said Ashley was all-inclusive in her personality, which is exactly what this playground is. It caters to children of every ability, whether they have special needs or not. And she would have loved that. Every time a kid with a wheelchair goes down that slide, or a little one who's neurodiverse seems seen, that's Ashley still showing up for those children.
Okay, Kayla, with the perfume, donuts, corgi, friendship. She said, I am not getting knocked off a first today. You said you weren't doing anything. Baby chicks, creeper, TikTok, friend shop necklace, friendship necklace, hat and mustache. Okay. Ashley was a board member of Young Variety. Wait, why does it do that? Oh.
Oh, it just says it twice.
Yeah. Ashley was a mom.
A mom? A
What was that even word that just came out of my mouth? Wow. Okay. Third time's a charm. Ashley was a board member of Young Variety, which raises money for children who are underprivileged, at risk, or have special needs. And she was deeply involved and was actually scheduled to receive Variety's Rising Star Award around the time of her death. Her friend Susan Hatton, who conceived the idea for the playground, said the name honors that. The Okland family donated $10,000 from Ashley's memorial fund for this playground, and then Iowa Realtors donated $100,000. Variety raised the rest. The goal was $500,000. And it became a destination playground and inspired additional Ashley Okland Variety Star playgrounds. One broke ground in Clive's Greenbelt. One broke ground in Clive's Greenbelt Landing in fall 2024 and is set to open in 2026. That's the woman we lost, not just a victim, a light. Let's walk through the timeline step by step. April 7th, Ashley and Josh were at Panera, laughing, planning, everything was normal. April 8th, Ashley arrived early to her open house to get things ready. And Friday afternoon, around 2 p.m., Ashley is alone at the model townhome at 558 Stone Creek Court. Open house, doors unlocked, and a sign outside.
A Rutland Homes employee, her name was Wanda Fowler, was working on another townhouse in that same neighborhood. No, it wasn't the same neighborhood. Right, it was just nearby.
It was in the same neighborhood. I don't know why it says it like that, but it was just meaning like she was in the neighborhood and she was nearby.
So she was in the same little townhouse strip thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha. A Rutland? Oh my god,
I've
no.
been calling it Rotlands. I've been calling it everything but.
I'm trying to say
name.
Rutland. Okay. A Rutland home. A Rutland Homes employee, her name was Wanda Fowler, was working on another townhome in the same area. She hears something inside the model home that Ashley was at. She goes in. She finds Ashley on the floor in a pool of blood. Gunshot wounds to the head and chest, and she immediately calls 911.
Paramedics get her to Iowa Methodist Medical Center, but she doesn't make it. She's pronounced at the hospital. No robbery, no suspect, no trace of any motive, just execution-style death in a model home.
Police are there within minutes. They treat it like a homicide from the jump. But here's where it gets eerie. The killer is gone. No shell casings left behind that we know of publicly. No witnesses outside, even though it was in the middle of the day. No explanations for what had happened.
Over the next 15 years, more than 1,000 leads, hundreds of interviews. West Des Moines PD works with Clive, Urbandale, Windsor Heights, Iowa DCI, and the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit. And then, nothing for 15 years. By the 4-year mark, they had chased nearly 900 leads and talked to 500 people. They built a database with over 550 names. Hundreds of tips poured in about the same black SUV and the same couple of names. They followed every single one. The reward hit $150,000, and the case went national on 48 hours. But still, silence.
Even in the years later, they were still getting about 30 new leads a year. Then, in 2024, the state created the Cold Case Unit. Josh, her brother, stood right there when they announced it. He had been invited to speak on behalf of cold case families. Less than a year ago, they assigned 2 detectives, Chad and Steve.
I didn't really write that out. I just put their stuff, so however you want to say it.
Steve Ponsetto, was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Ponsetto was an investigator and lead of the Iowa Cold Case Unit. He helped assemble the team and has been the public face of the unit. Chad Lovig, dedicated detective. He was assigned to Ashley's case from the cold unit. From the cold unit? What? Chad Lovig, dedicated detective. He was assigned to Ashley's case from the cold case unit. They sat down with Josh and Brittany, which is Ashley's brother and sister, and said, "We're giving this everything, every day." And that's what they did.
This is the part that hits me the hardest. 15 years of detectives losing sleep, revisiting the same crime scene photos, the same witness statements, the same dead-end tips about that black SUV. They interviewed hundreds, built databases, ran search warrants, went on national TV, even printed Ashley's face on playing cards and handied? Oh, that was so good, too.
You're going to say handed out candy.
I don't know. They even printed Ashley's face on playing cards and handed them to inmates. Anything to shake loose one new detail.
Do you know that's actually something that they actually do? I think that's really cool.
No, they really did that in her case, too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool when, people that are, missing in cold cases and things like that, they actually put them on playing cards, their faces, and what happened to them, and I think that's pretty cool.
People were speculating earlier saying, did they get DNA on one of the cards or something like that, but, I mean, I guess there's a potential that someone who saw those playing cards, like an inmate could have known something about
Yeah.
someone and, said something. But
Yeah, and that's exactly why they do like the that's why Audio Truck has the podcast The Deck, because that's basically what it's known. It's only unsolved cases and missing people, and they actually put them in the prisons, and the prisoners play, the inmates play these cards, and it has all their stories on there. So like, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have solved quite a bit of cold cases that way, where people come across the name and the picture or whatever it may be, and they're like, oh my god, and it solves a lot of cases. So it was actually a good idea for them to do that. That was actually really smart. That I know. That me.
yeah, your name's Chloe.
Okay, thanks. I don't remember what it was today. Then the cold case unit comes in, and suddenly there are two guys, Chad and Steve, who look at Brittany and Josh in the eye and promise they won't quit. And they didn't. Assistant Chief Jody Hayes said yesterday, "We kept searching for that missing piece that would tie everything together. 15 years for one missing piece."
Do you want to do that together? That's what it suggested, but we don't have to. You just go ahead.
And yesterday, they found it.
March 17th, 2026, Dallas County Grand Jury I was thinking about saying jury because I knew that inside your brain you were thinking, why did you say that? And then I messed up the other word. Okay.
She's not talking about a necklace, y'all.
So
She's not talking about jewelry.
I have trouble pronouncing some words, and I think it's like I did it to myself. But
She overcompensates the accent.
I'm trying.
She's trying not to sound like she's from the
I
States.
try not to say certain things certain ways, and then it comes out another way. But as soon as I said the word, I was like, Chloe's thinking in her head, oh God. And then I said the other word the wrong way. So let me try again. I'm still going to say it the way I say it, but I'm not going to say the other word wrong.
And click.
Okay. March 17th, 2026. Dallas County Grand Jury indicts 53-year-old Kristen Elizabeth Ramsey on one count of first-degree murder. She's arrested without incident, booked into Dallas County Jail on a $2 million cash-only bond.
And just this morning, March 18th, at the news conference, Ashley's family spoke. Investigators spoke. But the why is still locked down tight. They're protecting the case, which, I mean, I get, but man, the waiting still continues.
I think I want to pause right here and play the press conference where her siblings speak.
That's good, yeah.
And then we can get into our own theories, because we did some digging on our own to try and figure out what the motive might have been, even though they're not announcing it. And we have some stuff, but let's play the clip first. Actually, let me just do that. Okay. I have to Kayla, stop picking on me. I can't help it. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the West Des Moines Police Department. Thank you for taking the time to be with us here today. We have several speakers, the first of whom will be Craig Bellamy, Chief of Police for the West Des Moines Police Department. They have prepared statements. I will ask everyone to remember that although the arrest is significant, this process is not done. A criminal prosecution is pending, and in order to preserve the value of the investigative information that we do have, we will not be answering questions today. At this point, I'd like to introduce Chief of Police Craig Bellamy.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. I want to say it's a privilege to.
Okay, sorry because I'm actually really sorry because
What happened?
remember I was supposed to start it from 10 minutes. I was just sitting here letting the whole thing play, and that's
I was going with it too. I was like, all right, let's watch the whole thing then.
No, this is a 15-minute press conference.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm gonna fast forward to the part where her siblings speak because that's what I was supposed to be
Hold on,
doing.
off the wild thornberries.
Anyways, okay, so
believe
let
it,
me back
believe
up. Okay, here we go. This is for real this time.
I don't know.
Today to exit. We appreciate their time. Thank you very much. In a couple of minutes, we are going to have two family members stop. They have prepared statements, and they would like to come in and give those statements to the community through you, our media partners. The first will be Josh Okland. Josh is Ashley's brother. The second will be Brittany Bruce, who is Ashley's sister. They prepared a statement, and again, they will not be answering any questions. I will ask you to keep that in mind as they come into the room. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. My name is Josh Okland. My sister Brittany. Ashley was our older sister. Today is a day my family has thought about very often over the last 14 years. We have so many people to thank, a lot of them in this room. I'd like to start by thanking West Des Moines. The West Des Moines Police Department have done so much for us over the last 15 years. Tom Boyd, Brian Gruby, Jason Hatcher, all of you guys have been great to us. I can't thank you enough. All the other people that are part of this organization that helped on this case. I know there's so many of you that I don't know and haven't met, but thank you for your countless hours helping on Ashley's case. I'd like to thank the Attorney General, Brenna Bird, for setting up the Cold Case Investigative Unit, Steve Ponsetto for assembling a great team, Chad Lovick for being absolutely wonderful to us and a dedicated detective on Ashley's case. We have full confidence in Matt Schultz, Scott Brown, and their prosecution on this case. Look forward to working with them. I'd like to thank the media, several of you in here that I've spoken to for the last several years, keeping Ashley's story alive. And also, I want to thank all of our family, all of our friends, and the network of people around us. They have been there for us every step of the way. We can't thank you enough.
Good morning. I'd also like to thank you all for being here. That Friday afternoon when Ashley was taken from us seems so long ago. We had lost our hope in finding answers and having any justice for Ashley. It was really difficult to accept that the case had gone cold. A little less than a year ago, I met Chad and Steve, who were assigned to the case, and they promised me that they would give it their all every day, and they truly did. Alongside all of the hands in the West Des Moines Police Department, who over the years have been relentless in working on this, they've been given the chance to work on Ashley's case, dedicating their focus and time to it. So that was definitely a gift to us. Their dedication, commitment to Ashley, their drive and work ethic is a true gift from God that we feel fortunate to be touched by. I'd like to thank Brenna Bird for assembling this unit so families like us can experience what we did yesterday. I hope to see more families get to go through that. Chad and Steve for accepting your role on this unit and the challenge for seeking justice for families like us. All of the West Des Moines Police Department that have been involved in this case to assist with getting where we are today. The families of all of these investigators, the people who tried to help Ashley on April 8th and their families, to our family, friends, and Ashley's realty community who have supported us and let Ashley's legacy continue. When the West Des Moines detectives who worked in this case into their retirement, during their retirement, and never quitting on Ashley. The prosecutors and their teams for their commitment to this case and seeing it through. As Josh said, we have full confidence in their abilities to see this through. Again, I want to thank you for being here. We ask for privacy for our families as we deal with the days to come and even the years to come. I'd also ask for you to give the same privacy and respect to the suspect's family. They don't deserve to be hounded. And yeah, please give them respect. Thank you.
Wow, that was actually very nice.
Beautiful, actually.
Yeah, and if they're anything like, or if Ashley is anything like that, then she was probably a beautiful person. Because that takes a lot. Finding out someone who, I guess, finally after 15 years, finally finding out who killed your sister 15 years later, and still being respectful is huge. That's a huge deal. And that was a very nice thing for her to say.
Before we move forward and start, or not start, but like keep going through the script, I forgot to show these pictures earlier, so I'm just going to insert them here. But this is the playground that was built in Ashley's honor.
The all-accessible playground.
Yeah, and some of the pictures that you see are from the groundbreaking, or not the groundbreaking, but the ribbon cutting ceremony where they opened it and they had cookies with her name on it and signs,
so
and it was really beautiful. So I wanted to include that too because it speaks to her character, which I think her sister just showed what kind of character that they have. And so it just speaks to her character that when she passed away, this would be the thing that they thought of that she would want. So I think it's really cool.
Also, I was going to touch base on how in the beginning it said she was in the program Big Brother, Big Sister. I was also in that program, and like as a big, because you have bigs and little. And that is, that I love that program. It was actually very rewarding. So I thought that was really sweet for her, because I do understand what that is. That's basically where you are assigned, you as a big, you pass through all these, basically showing you're a safe person, and you're a good person. And you're assigned a little, which means it's a child that probably doesn't have a lot. Their family doesn't have a lot of resources, or needs more interaction. And yeah, you basically you can go pick them up and take them, I don't know, to get a toy, or you can spend time with them, take them to the park, whatever that may be. So when they said that, I can relate to her a little bit. I definitely see the Big Brother Big Sister program in her being a realtor. That's a lot.
Not in this case, Kayla, because because her case was still open. So like nothing had ever moved. I also have pictures of Kristen, so I was going to go ahead and just show those here too, because I don't want to be going through the script with her face on the screen. I want to have Ashley on the screen, so I was just going to show them and then go back to Ashley. But this is Kristen, the person who was arrested for Ashley's murder. Some of the pictures that you see, one of them is like her house, because they were actually today searching her house, taking things out, which is crazy to think 15 years later. But they were outside with metal detectors, so my guess is they're looking for what she did with that weapon. And maybe she said something to them that made them believe they should search the yard with metal detectors, or maybe they're just doing that, because. But they were out there today searching. All right, I'm going to go back to Ashley. And then we'll keep going.
Okay.
So where did we go? Oh, we were right here.
there.
So
Yeah.
it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your name's Dana.
What? Oh. And she said, see the case through. She did. We did a little of our own research. Wait, that sounds weird. We did a little of our own research, though, and we wanted to share what we found. So this is not stated as fact by the authorities, but it was sourced. According to LinkedIn and a source familiar? Yeah. Familiar with Kristen's work history, Kristen Ramsey was working as an administrative assistant and sales manager for Rotland Homes, which is the developer of the townhomes where Ashley was shot, where she was having her open house. There are also locals who say that Kristen was involved in some financial fraud that was happening around that time. Again, these are not facts stated by the authorities, but if that's true, it could be an explanation for her mental state at the time.
Sorry. Making a ruckus over here.
So the girl was arrested yes, she was arrested yesterday.
Yeah, this just happened.
Mm-hmm. And since Ashley represented buyers through her agency, if she brought in a sale, I did that thing that you do, and I do it too. Yeah, she was charged with murder.
First degree.
The evidence was so damning that the grand jury, it was indicted by the grand jury. Is that right? Yeah. So, yeah.
So they have something. They're just keeping it close to the chest because it could affect the investigation if they give out what they have, because their work's not done. So,
yeah. They
have something, though. Just like what we were saying with Jake and Rebecca Haro, like, we knew they had something because,
yeah,
you know, they're just not going to tell you what they have yet.
And since Ashley represented buyers through her agency, if she brought on a sale, the suspect may have handled the financing and closing side of those deals. It raises the possibility of tension between them. It could have been personal, like jealousy, or even business related. Rotland went bankrupt about 6 months later. So if Ashley was negotiating strong deals for her clients that undercut projected sale prices, it's possible they were financial disagreements as well.
That was the thing that you knew more about. So is there anything you wanted to add there? Because I didn't really know, but, like, I know, so based on, like, what I read online, there was a lot of people saying, like, there was some financial fraud going on. That's not been proven, so, like, I don't know. But they were saying that that was going on in that company that Kristen worked for, which was one that Ashley worked with closely. And then they actually went bankrupt right after Ashley was shot.
Yeah.
So it raises some red flags.
I will say, like, when you... Let me say, how to explain this. When you're a buyer's agent, like Ashley was, and you do go through a new build like she was showing the model home or doing an open house there, and you close a deal with them, a lot of times they run bonuses where the realtor gets bonuses. And I wondered sometimes, it never personally happened to me. I was always, treated fairly when it came to that. However, I always wonder, like, if they put out these bonuses, like, is it possible they tell you one price, but really, you know what I'm saying? They tell you a price, but really it's more than that, but they're actually taking a cut. Like, I always wondered that, like, so I don't know if she worked on the financial side for the builder. that is a possibility. I mean, I don't know how the billing side works and the financial side works, but hello? I'm just kidding.
Sorry, TikTok would like to know that we're real, and I'm
Oh
not very
my
good.
goodness.
I'm not good at putting the puzzle piece in there.
We're real. TikTok. We love TikTok. We're real. So there could have been something like that, maybe, but you know, I don't know why the builder or someone that worked with the builder would have any type of beef with a buyer's agent, because the buyer's agent is what's bringing the money essentially to the builder. So if she was associated with the builder, not Ashley, but if Kristen was associated with the builder and Ashley was bringing in buyers, then that means Kristen was also up for a bonus, if that makes sense. So depends on what her actual part and role was with the builder would make sense. But that part, I've worked really closely with builders and the closing company with the builders. Mm-hmm. So, and the closing company, that I mean, if she worked for the closing company, that's who puts the documents together.
Yeah.
But the financial side with the builder, that's who plugs in all the numbers, right?
It just said administrative assistant and sales manager.
Okay,
All
so
it said on her
so
LinkedIn.
so sales manager, and to me, if I look at the new builds that I've worked with, and the townhouse is very similar, that person, that sales manager, was like, please, literally, that was who was taking our team out to lunch all the time, because they were like, please bring in your buyers, because they want that from you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, they want you to bring in their buyers because they're getting a cut, they're getting a percentage of the sale on the seller side. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we're getting a cut from the buyer side. Well, actually, we're getting a cut from the builder, but it's a win-win for the buyer's agent and the seller. Mm-hmm. You know, so that part, I'm like, it's weird, unless Kristen, who was the sales manager or whatever, or administrative associate, whatever you call it, whatever her position was, if she was on that end and she was the one mismanaging the bonuses, mm-hmm. or the percentages, because buyer's agents used to, I won't talk about how it is now, but then it was they got a certain percentage, and so did the builder or the seller and the agent. So she could have been not splitting that right.
Yeah.
She could have been messing with the percentages and taking more, mm-hmm. and maybe she had called her out or was going to call her out. There's just so many things when it comes to real estate. There's a lot that can happen, but also it's interesting if it was financial in that aspect, because that means other people, in my opinion, if it was financial, I feel like other people didn't do their job. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many eyes that those documents...
Which is why the company went bankrupt.
Yeah.
6 months after Ashley died.
And that makes sense, because so many eyes have to be put on those documents to make sure they're real. That is a legal binding document. That's a huge amount of money that's, you know, mm-hmm. that you're talking about. So, for everybody. And that makes a lot of sense why, you know, if that's why the builder went out of business, if there was something going on financially.
So to that effect, like, they did go bankrupt, meaning it was financial. Mm-hmm. But to that effect, I was reading something today that said it was somebody from there that knew Ashley, and she was saying, like, Ashley would have done the right thing. Mm-hmm. So her guess is, like, whatever happened, Ashley was going to do the right thing, and somebody didn't want her to.
Yeah.
So if someone was mismanaging the bonuses, mm-hmm. and Ashley found out and she was, you know, questioning it, or maybe going to report it to someone higher up, or already had, it could have gotten back around to Kristen, and she could have been not happy about that.
Yeah, which, you know, but if you look at it from that perspective, from the financial side, because I know as a buyer's agent, which I primarily was, I did work on the seller side with a few deals, but I was primarily buyer's agent. We are the ones who, if you look at it from then, we don't really get to choose our cut, our commission. We do, but like if the seller said that, the seller said like, hey, you sell this to your buyer, this is the percentage you get. So, but when it comes to builders, it's a company thing. You know what I mean? It's a big company thing. It's not an individual. So that's where it gets weird. That's where it's odd to me. It's hard for me to understand how the builder, unless that company was so mismanaged.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. They went out of business 6 months later.
They
So
went bankrupt,
if they were so mismanaged to the point that it was financial and that's why it came to this, that's bizarre. That should be looked into.
Yeah.
Also.
And I mean, who knows what the police have? This is all just stuff that we sourced from the internet,
Yeah.
you know, researching. But
And this is just like things that I know from being a buyer's agent, from being a realtor. That's just like my vision of it, because like I've worked with those people. I've been in those open houses. I've done those open houses in those model homes and brand new townhouses just like that. So I can kind of understand, and it's very interesting. I am literally like waiting for it to come out because I'm so curious, because this could be another game changer for real estate as well.
it could be a while though. It could be so long.
It could be a while.
It could be 2 years before.
It could be a while. I mean, her case itself. There was her case, and there was like 2 other cases that we knew of for sure as realtors. Whenever we had the self-defense class come in, there was a few other cases that were about female realtors that were showing a home, or this was actually, to me, the first one that I knew of that was an open house. Normally it was and you can kind of see the other one. The other one's dangerous too, is when they call you, or like somebody finds your business card or whatever, right? Or somebody recommends you, and a stranger calls you and says, sees a listing or whatever, sees a house for sale, and they call you and they're like, hey, can you show me this house? Knowing, yes, we have all the access to all the houses that are on the market, whether it's our company or not. So they can call me and be like, will you show me this house over here? And I'm like, and of course, me as a buyer's agent wanting to make a deal, I'm like, heck yeah. So you go and you open the doors and you're in this home with this strange person. They can do whatever they want, and there's not a lot of houses that have cameras.
That's scary.
That's not everywhere. You can be on the worst side of town. That's your job.
I mean, maybe it should be like a thing where they do have cameras if their house is on the market. They have to, or you know, agents are wearing cameras.
Something.
A body worn camera.
Yeah, it needs to be more security around that for sure. We always had to let our superior know, like, we're going here, this is where I'm at. If you don't hear from me, and blah blah blah. But I've had calls at like 7 p.m. Like if it was close to my house, I would just go. But this is an open house in the middle of the day in a populated area. I would have not thought twice about it. I would not have been scared at all. Yeah. Especially if there was 2 other people in a few other townhouses in the same area. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, whatever, and wouldn't think anything about it. That's scary.
Something else that I read today too, this lady said that an article exists, but I didn't find the article. But she said that she's also from the area, and she remembers that 2 other co-workers of Kristen's, so 2 other people that worked for that builder, also passed away 2 months after Ashley. And it was like a murder-suicide type of thing. So Ashley passes away. 2 months later, or Ashley is murdered. 2 months later, 2 other people that work for that builder pass away in a murder-suicide. And then 4 months after that, the company goes bankrupt. So it leads you to believe that there are some financial things that happened that could be motive, but again, we don't know what the motive is, and we won't know until investigators say it.
I mean, but you think about it though, like when someone does that in such a random act, and it is random, whether it was a financial thought or motive behind it, it's random. To me, it's random because, like, how do you do that to someone? You just pop and then drive away. What was the motive? Like, I need to know the motive on that.
And how are you so brave?
Yeah. How are you so confident that no one saw you or was going to point you out? Because they didn't.
They didn't.
And there was someone else there, not in that house, but in a few houses down. How? And didn't you say, like, there was some articles that said that there was a few witnesses that said it was her car?
They reported that same SUV. So many people did. So I don't know what happened, but
Like, the fact that even the real estate team that she was on, or the realty company she was on, or something like that, they couldn't look at that and be like, oh, it was blah blah blah. So is that how distant these two were? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, if you think of it, an open house is kind of like if someone's planning to do something like that, like there is no log of who's coming and going from an open house.
that is true.
There have been other crimes that happened from open houses where
Yeah.
they like cased the place or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, as far as the house goes. So it's kind of like, okay, there's no log. Nobody's going to know that I was here or who was here today. Like, could have been a bunch of people.
That's
So
very
it's
true.
kind of like hiding under the guise of that, which also leads you to believe it's somebody who knows about those things.
True. I mean,
And
that
who
is true.
knows,
It's
you
just weird that nobody was there. Nobody was pulling up to the place. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was timed
Yeah,
effortlessly.
Yeah. for sure. It could have been like right before she actually like officially started, because when you're a realtor, you post that. You advertise you have flyers.
Yeah, so she
You know
was
what I
there
mean?
early, like setting everything up, getting ready for the open house.
So that's wild, right? Like, because people
so
know
somebody
that.
knew she was there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. That's hard, because that's public information too. You know, so that's probably all over their website and whatever media she had, if she had social media, and then actual flyers like that were hanging up. It says from 2 to 5 or whatever. You know, so
Dangerous.
it's very. I mean, being outside of it now, I'm looking back. I'm like, man, that's I've been in some dangerous situations like before, and there were a lot of times where I was like, I don't know if I should actually go. Like, I had that feeling of like, I don't know if I should go right now, because I know this area.
Yeah.
And I'm by myself. Like, you know what I mean? There has been some moments like that. So it can be a very scary job, for sure.
Thank you for joining for a live preview. Thank you for our new super fans that joined tonight, because you're phenomenal.
Yes.
Thank you for hanging out with us, previewing, liking, sharing, all the things. Wednesdays are Superfan Wednesdays, and we are recording our podcast for our Superfans. Kayla, get ready, because I'm about to do a commercial for the first time ever. We've never done commercials on our podcast, or like, you know, any ads or anything. And we're growing, obviously, and so it's time to add some things in. So here goes nothing. You guys get to see it first. Hear it first. Here's where we get into the red flags that this podcast is named for. Not speculative, just the ones that were there for everyone to see, and somehow they got ignored. This is what we talk about all the time. Those moments where something feels off but gets ignored. That's exactly why we created our merch the way we did. It's not just true crime merch. We do have brand merch, yes, but we also have advocacy merch, awareness merch, little reminders to pay attention and not overlook the signs. We even have some swag with drawings done by me. Art became a huge part of my trauma therapy, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to share it with you. So if you're listening to this and thinking, I would have caught that, or maybe you lived through something similar, you can check out our shop. We have it linked in the show notes below. Did I kill it?
Killed it.
Did I unalive it? Okay, first red flag. Open houses are basically come one, come all, no questions asked. No ID check, no appointment log, anyone can walk in off the street. Ashley was alone, and that was the standard in 2011.
Second red flag. The model home was in a brand new development. Rutland Homes was the builder. Multiple people had legitimate access. Employees, contractors, even people who worked in the title company side of things. Ashley worked for Iowa Realty. So you've got this overlap of professional circles that should feel safe. But apparently it wasn't.
The third one, Kristen Ramsey worked for Rutland Homes since 1997. Admin assistant and sales manager. She was on site the day of the murder. She did not call 911. Wanda Fowler did. After the company folded later in 2011, Ramsey moved into title work with Midland Title and Escrow, literally affiliated with Iowa Realty, which is where Ashley worked. She stayed in the real estate world for almost 30 years.
Matt. Well, I'm trying to fix that.
Okay.
That's the relational pattern that chills me. Someone who knew the layout, knew the routines, knew how the open houses work, and then just kept living their life in the same industry. No public red flags in her background. Clean record, except in 2001 she had a speeding ticket, but behaviorally, continuing in the exact field where the murder happened, while the case stayed cold. That's a pattern worth examining.
And the biggest industry red flag of all, realtors were told... that was a lot. And the biggest industry red flag of all, realtors were told, just be nice, just show the house. Ashley had zero reason to be afraid of a colleague or someone in the development. That trust was weaponized. You don't say that. Don't say that.
Bebop.
Yeah, don't say that.
Let's talk about the psychology here. This wasn't a stranger danger situation. This was someone who existed in Ashley's professional orbit. Now that's betrayal.
Exactly. When the person who hurts you is someone the system told you to trust, a coworker, a vendor, someone in the same real estate family, it doesn't just break the sense of safety for those left behind. It breaks the whole framework.
For the family, the survivor lens is so clear. Brittany said, I was going to say her sister, but... Okay. For the family, the survivor lens is so clear. Brittany said at the news conference this morning, we had lost our hope. It was really difficult to accept the case had gone cold. 15 years of maybe today. 15 years of wondering if the person who did it was walking around free. That's prolonged grief. That's complex trauma.
And for every realtor listening right now, the secondary trauma. Every time you unlock a door for a stranger, every time you're alone in a house, you feel it. Ashley's murder forced the industry to confront that the red flag was the job itself.
Betrayal dynamics are sneaky because they don't look scary at first. They look normal, professional, helpful. That's why this case stayed cold so long. The killer didn't need to run and hide. They just blended back in.
West Des Moines PD never quit. They worked with multiple agencies. The FBI helped with behavioral analysis, but it took the 2024 cold case unit to finally crack it. Brittany called them a true gift from God.
As far as the system accountability goes, 15 years. That's too long. But the fact that Iowa created a dedicated unit because families like the Oklands kept showing up, that's progress. Ashley's family never let the story die.
As of right now, March 18th, 2026, Kristen Elizabeth Ramsey is in Dallas County Jail on her $2 million cash bond. The case is being jointly prosecuted by Dallas County Attorney Matt Schultz, Assistant AG Scott Brown from the cold case unit, and their teams.
No trial date yet. No plea. Motive and evidence are being held close to protect the prosecution. At the news conference this morning, Assistant Chief Jody Hayes said, As significant as this arrest is, our work is not done yet.
Ashley's family is asking for privacy for themselves and for Ramsey's family. Brittany specifically said they don't deserve to be hounded. That's grace most people don't have, especially after 15 years.
So, what do we take away?
Realtors, verify every single client. Meet at the office first. Use safety apps, buddy system. Tell someone where you are. Never work alone in an empty house. The industry changed because of Ashley. Keep changing.
And for families living with cold cases, keep showing up. Keep the pressure on. The cold case unit exists because people like Josh and Brittany refused to let hope die.
And for all of us, never underestimate how much one person's light can keep shining. That playground, every kid who plays there is proof that Ashley's story is never over.
And if you have information on this case, even something small, call West Des Moines PD or Crime Stoppers. Their work isn't done.
To Ashley, we see you, and we're still fighting for you.
To Ashley's family, we are holding space for you at this time and always. On behalf of other cold case families, thank you for continuing to show up until something changed.
Thank you for listening to Ashley's story. It's so important that these stories get told and that people hear the warning signs, the patterns, the pieces of the system that didn't work, and the things that we need to speak up about. Thank you for listening to Red Flags and Body Bags.
And remember, red flags never lie. That was actually really good. It gave me chills for a minute.
Right? That was a really good script, was it not?
Yeah. What do you guys think about that script?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, scale of 1 to 10. Well, how was it?
We'll wait.
I think I did really good with my bloopers tonight. I think I did really good.
Yeah, I think we did really good all the way around.
Oh,
20.
All right, we'll take the 20.
Even the commercials.
That was actually a really good idea. I actually really like that. I actually really like that idea. That was fantastic. And that was not my idea. That was all her idea.
I have a lot of ideas. Sometimes I can't keep up with all of my ideas, and then it makes me tired.
Yeah.
ADHD.
As long as mine's like at bay, I can crank it out.
Yeah. I can crank it out. I just sometimes crank it out too much.
No, I mean I can crank it out. Like I can read it. Like that's enough. Like that's a lot for me. Like you doing all the other stuff that you do is like me reading the script. That's how much effort it takes. It takes the same amount of effort that you put in that, and how you get like all these things done. That was a lot. Like that was a lot. I could probably sleep for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
My brain is like, wait, what?
I just remember, like, I heard something the other day, and we all know that, like, crime junkies are, like, the queens of true crime and have been doing it forever. And so I'm not one of those people that's, like, won't take advice from someone who's been doing it for a long time, because obviously they know what they're doing. Like, they've been doing it for a long time. They know all the tricks and things. But I was listening to something the other day, and I think it was like one of their first episodes, or no, she was talking about their first episode, and she said, after they aired the episode, one of the family members reached out to them and said, "There's so much more to this story. I want to tell you more." And she said that was the day that she realized that the families of the victims are listening to your podcast. They can be listening to your story. They can be watching your videos. And the way that you tell the story, the way that you go about it is so important.
Yeah.
So important. And the things that you point out and the way that you advocate for them, it's just super important. So I've been keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
Of
For
like,
sure.
you know, which I mean, I think we always knew that, but it's just a reminder of like they can be listening,
Oh, for sure.
and you want to do it right, and you want to make sure that you have all the details, and you want to make sure that what you say holds weight.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and that's probably one thing that draws, you know, a lot of people to Crime Junkies. Like, I've always loved them. I think they're fantastic. Is they've always reminded the crowd that, like, that's listening to them that they are human,
Mhm.
and that what they're feeling is, they're kind of validating a lot of things. But also, like, with the family, though, they always make sure that you know that they are human as well.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But they keep it very, I don't know, humble, I guess you could say. They're very humble people, but
And we've had that. We've had, I think, probably, I mean, at least 5 times where someone's reached out to us and said, thank you for doing this podcast. This was my family member. This is beautiful. I know on Jack Scratton when we did the Jesse Butler one, we had people reach out.
the
So,
victims' moms.
yeah, and said that it was beautifully done. Thank you. And that
Yeah.
means so much, because that is what we're doing. We are here to advocate for the victims and, you know, make a difference in that way. And so when someone says, this is my family member and thank you for doing this, and you did it, you know, in a beautiful way, it means a lot. So I've just been keeping that in mind of like they're listening.
And you know, that reminds me of the time that we spoke on the phone a while ago with Sean Doherty's mom.
Mm-hmm.
That was a whole new experience for me. Speaking to his mom on the phone after researching his case and looking at all the things that took place in his case,
Mm-hmm.
and then talking to his mom, because she had that first-hand knowledge, and like it was so raw for her still, even though it was a while ago. Like, speaking to her was like, I don't even know, it was like, I'm very emotional. It was very emotional.
Yeah,
like talking to
for
her.
sure.
So it was like you were picking up those emotions, and you're like,
And you could still feel that after all this time. Like, you could still feel that, like, heavy emotion in...
And it was just, like, after hearing her story and, like, you're just like, okay, I'm going to tell this story to, like, in the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that side from her side, from her perspective. You know, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's very emotional speaking to these family members, but it's always nice whenever, you know, they think you did a good job at presenting their story.
So yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what we're keeping in mind. But I think that was a really good episode, and I'm excited to go edit it and put it out there and have people hear and see Ashley's story, because it has been 15 years, and there's a lot of people now in the true crime space that may have never even heard her story, you know, because it's been so long. So
actually, last year, whenever I started doing like the mini parts. Remember, I did part 1, part 2, part 3, and I was doing like 1 through 5 on the parts when I first started. This was one of the cases I picked up, and it was a week span, I believe. I did a few parts, but yeah, this was one of the cases, and I think it caught my attention because in 2025 is when they really started deep diving into her cold case, because they started that unit in 2024, and then 2025 they got hers and just started deep diving into it. So I remember covering that. I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way this is unsolved. What do you mean? In the middle of the day? This isn't something that was sneaky.
Yeah. I think it gives, like, I think that this gives hope to a lot of other cold case families, though. They're like, okay, we just need the right cold case unit to happen. We just need the right people to happen. And with social media now, somebody said this earlier in an email to us, and I thought it was great, but cameras and pictures are the future of true crime investigations, like, or crime investigations. There's so much more now, but even the stuff from like older stuff that can go back and be analyzed, you can find answers that couldn't be found before. So social media is a huge vehicle, because you can push those things out to so many people, and somebody might just have forgotten that some person at a bar randomly one night told them some crazy story.
Yeah.
And then they see it on TikTok and they're like, I have heard that before. Wait a minute.
That is true.
So pushing it out like that and pushing her case out there, I know helped. And I think that it's hopeful for a lot of other families that can happen.
Absolutely. Oh, also,
So it's
like,
exciting.
we were saying earlier, like, how this case was 15 years, and it seems so obvious. Like, they've had so many tips about a vehicle and, like, her career, you know, her job and stuff like that. We're hoping that this can, you know, maybe help push the Missy Beavers case to find some justice in that case. That case is one of the most haunting cases to me.
Missy Beavers and Maura Murray, I think, are the ones I just can't, like, I can't understand. Like, I can't get it.
Yeah.
But especially Missy Beavers because there's literal footage, like a lot
It's
of
so
footage.
distinct. It's so distinct. I just don't understand.
Somebody knows something.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to be more to come. You guys will know first before anyone else, but we're definitely going to be working on that case.
I will forever be watching that case.
Oh yeah, not just watching,
working it,
actively working it.
Yes.
But yeah, teaser. There's more to come, but we'll tell you later.
For sure.
Because I have to go edit this episode and take all the bloopers out now.
Episodes.
It really wasn't that bad. There won't be a lot to edit out.
Episodes.
And then it will be posted on Spotify and Apple Podcasts tonight. Wherever you get your podcast will be there.
And then in the description of this video, wherever you're watching, there is a link to our merch, to our website, where you can check out all of our merch.
Not only that, I did update a few things on the website today, and I am still working on it. But I publish it every time, so you guys can still have the website while I'm working. But
that's so nice.
Yeah, I put some new things on there, moved some things around to make it a little bit easier to navigate. But if you guys are curious about us and you want to know more about us, or like, you know, what our mission is, or, you know, what we do, or anything like that, cases that we're working on, everything's on our website. All of our certifications, even college degrees are on there with the name blurred out. So everything that you would like to know about us is on there.
Yeah. We're like open books, to be honest with you. So if you want to send us a message on whatever platform you're watching from, feel free. We are always checking our inboxes as much as we can and responding as much as we can. So
I think in the world of creators, we're very responsive.
Oh yeah,
because we try really hard not to ignore anyone.
That's true.
Or not to like miss someone. So I think we're very, very responsive.
So. I think we do pretty good.
I think so too.
I think we do pretty good.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go edit this video. Probably have a snack.
Oh yeah, I need a snack.
And another Dr. Pepper Zero, and probably watch something about the Zodiac on TV.
Yes.
And edit the episode.
Episodes.
And we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Everyone who's previewed, everyone who's shared and liked and sent things, and our new super fans. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, we
more
really
than
do.
you know.
Absolutely.
All of the trips that we go on to go search and rescue, all of the things that we're able to do for families are because you guys subscribe, because you become super fans, because you gift on lives, and we're able to use that for good. So we really, really appreciate you.
Kayla, she said, if you live close, I'd be over. No, okay, so if you're going to be over during our episode, then you have to be in our episode.
And you have to help edit.
Yeah, you have to hold the lights and the camera.
Please take the camera. I'm the worst camera person ever. I don't know who ever thought it was a good idea to give me a camera. I'm like this. That's what every video I do looks like. As a matter of fact, if you go to our TikTok and look at the videos that I recorded of myself talking, it's like this.
Oh my god.
I'm like, how am I even doing that? What's happening?
It's not.
If you move in driving distance, it's a deal.
Alright, bet.
Coming to a Vegas near you for a free video editor. Alright, we love you. We appreciate you. Without you, we're just two girls and a microphone in this little bitty closet with no air. So
Talking to ourselves.
Talking to ourselves.
Which pop off.
But because of you, we get to tell. It's actually over 100,000 followers across our platforms at this
Yeah.
point.
That's exciting.
We get to tell that many people stories that matter and bring up issues that matter and advocate for things that matter. So we appreciate you.
Absolutely. We definitely do.
All right. Thanks
And
for
we'll
hanging
see you
out
guys
with
on
us.
Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. I got to figure out how to get out of here. Okay. Oh, wait. Where's the button? Okay.
Oh
okay.
my god, it's Frankie.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I was like, why is it not on?